Welcome back to the Gravediggers, everyone. We're playing Sevilla as planned in the Champions League in today's episode. Then we've got a game against TSC coming up in the league, which we will also get to see today. We've had a little bit of extra transfer business since I last saw you, and we have had moderately good form in the league. We're still top of the table, but that could change very, very soon as Red Star have got their 2 games in hand. But we had a really good showing last time out in the Champions League, so let's see if we can build on that in today's episode. Let's have it. Yes, welcome back everyone. It's Gravediggers, it's Partizan Belgrade. We're into our 4th season here, for those of you who don't remember, or if you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. I did mention, let's get the elephant out of the room, we've done a little bit more transfer business. And so it was a bit of a random one, and basically we signed Lukic from Torino. So he is a top midfielder, basically, especially for the league. The reason we signed him was it came up with like, oh yeah, Partizan and Red Star lead the way for produced, like, you know, top Serbian players playing in top leagues, whatever. And Lukic was one of them. And I looked at him, I was like, oh, he's 29. I looked at his wages he was on at Torino, I was like, we could probably match that. And I asked his agent, and I was like, yeah, we could afford A, his wages, and B, afford to buy him. Unfortunately, the transfer didn't go through till after the Champions League registration window, so he's not available for the Champions League. But we brought him in for just like, well, 9.5 mil split into 2 payments, basically 4.9 up front or whatever, and then the rest in installments. He is like instantly better than most midfielders that we have, and he can play anywhere from like a 6 to an 8 all the way up to a 10. He's just a more complete player, and I was kind of brought him in thinking he's experienced, he's played at a decent level with Torino, and I thought potentially he could be someone who could sort of help elevate the club and also elevate the league by having a player with a slightly higher reputation. I mean, look at that, he's got 2.5-star reputation. And if we compare that to, say, who else we signed this window in that role, where it's Onyegbuli, he is in last season's transfers. Okay, he's a 2-star, but, you know, he's just someone who hopefully just adds that little bit extra for us. Yeah, we'll see how well that works out, but we brought him in. And worst case scenario, if he does really well, we can always try and sell him back like another big club, sort of like his, you know, retirement years or something like that. And then in terms of outgoings, so Sanachanin left, and we also had Zanotti left as well. He went to Copenhagen as discussed last time, and we've also got one more outgoing, and that is Kelly van der Karp. He came to us saying he wanted to move on. He didn't think he'd be good enough or whatever. And he is joining Granada for 2.2 mil in the January, which when we signed him for like 250k is a massive profit. So I think that's a really good bit of business from us. I may well look to sign, I think our transfer window is still open. Oh no, it's closed. Never mind. I couldn't remember if I was debating signing someone else or not, but yeah, I don't think we'll bother worrying about it just yet. So I saw you after the Avamatis game. We then beat Serdulica 1-0 anyway. On paper, this looks like a very run-of-the-mill win in the Champions League. We actually went 1-0 down for a penalty for Puskás Academia, but when you actually look at the match stats, we were all over them, and the 4-1 was no more than we deserved, with Philip Johansson getting all 4 goals. He had a bit of a shocker in the first half. We had a word with him, and he really picked up massively. We then had to rotate quite heavily for the Vojvodina game, which we drew 0-0, and then we beat Vojdovac 3-1 before we then just lost 1-0 at home to Red Star in the Champions League. Not in the Champions League, in the league before we play in the Champions League. We dominated it really in terms of like XG and possession. Shots wise, not so much, but overall play, we probably deserve to at least get something from the game. we weren't helped by Greg Taylor getting sent off, obviously. But even after that, we were still very much the dominant team, even though we were playing with a man less. So we were pretty unlucky there. But then we're now going away to Sevilla. So focus switches here now. Before I do that, I did say we were still top of the league. Yeah, we're 2 points clear of Red Star, 3 points clear of Ritsky, maybe? 2 points ahead of Red Star, but they have got 2 games in hand. So it's a bit of a shame that we weren't able to at least avoid defeat against them last time out. But we play Sevilla today, and Marcelo Gallardo, their manager, has already been throwing shade, saying he expects us to get battered today. We might well do, but they did lose their first game. Who did they lose to? Let's see. They lost. Who did they lose to? Did they not play on this day? Maybe lost to Marseille 2-0. So who knows? Maybe we might be a bit more of a challenge for them than they're expecting. But equally, I am aware that they are a very, very good team, and a victory today is not a guaranteed thing. I'm not going to play positive. I'm going to play balanced. And I think it makes sense, to be honest with you, to play Johansson after his phenomenal form last time out. With this being the Champions League, we're not limited as to who we can play. Outside of the players who are obviously not registered. Oh yeah, Stojcevic, literally, I was planning on bringing him in because I wanted to try and rotate and rest some players. And literally, before I could get him into the team, he was like, I'm not playing enough, I want to leave. I was actually planning on starting to play. You just come back from injury. I'm planning on starting to bring you into the team a bit more. We've offered him out, but no one's bitten yet. Which is fine, because I'd be quite happy to try and keep him and see if we can turn him into a useful inside forward on the left-hand side. Because I don't think he's that good as an out-and-out striker. He didn't do well enough last season, especially when we've got Esposito, Johansson there. Esposito is wanting decent game time, but he's not sharp enough really to start today. He'll probably come on. I wouldn't say he's sharp enough. Alexic isn't fully sharp. Jovic isn't either, but at least with Alexic, I can just throw in Onyegbuli. And where is Victor Rogan? He's, like I said, I am going to go a little bit more. Going to have a high line of engagement, but a standard defensive line. What are they likely to play? They're playing Renato Sanchez. He's probably going to be playing as some sort of playmaker, I'm guessing, rather than like an actual advanced inside forward. Corona is probably going to be playing as an inside forward on the left-hand side. What's this Kivio like? What's his first touch like? Decent. Probably not someone we can press too well. Okay. I just really want to keep tabs on the front four, really. Maybe we play Onyegbuli as like our sort of. Can you just play him as like false 8 this game, just to try and be a little bit more, watertight at the back. You know what I'll do is I will generally just trap them outside, sort of go a little bit narrow. We're worried too much about staying on feet, but obviously if we start picking up some yellows, we'll revert back to stay on feet. Obviously, we did have some good showings last time out in the Champions League, with the narrow defeat to Real Madrid. But, certainly giving Spurs a bit of a scare after taking the lead. Nearly getting a result against Villarreal. So I think it's definitely here for us to do something today. It's just whether Sevilla are just going to be too powerful. But who knows? Who knows? Let's have a bit of optimism and let's see what happens. Yeah, the only thing about the Greg Taylor sending off against Stars, I was literally getting ready to bring on Jokic for him. He went and got a second yellow. Fuming. Because, I was literally getting ready to... My aims for this season is to, once again, get out of the Champions League to sort of, even if it is just to play off round. Try and win the cup. Really try and win that cup if we cement top of the league, really. Title again, obviously. Oh, really Bargy, who was offside, but we nearly scored. Wow, is that just off the post, was it? I will, just as a caveat, just throw it out there, I will happily accept a draw. Oh, lovely knock. He's in. Johansson's in. Is it good? Oh, blocked over the keeper, but fortunately, yeah, he was. Medina's obviously not got the message. Long, hopeful, but field. I know he is a ball playing, so it kind of gives him the license to play those slightly more searching passes, but. And I've got, you know, shorter passing, kind of expect him to that, really. Nice. Come on, Rooney. Nah, go on. Yes, he's done him. He's done him. Rooney! Yes! 1-0. What a goal from Bargy there. Shrugs off the defender. Makes no mistake. Makes absolutely no mistake. Acuna tries to get it off him. Rooney's like, nah, you're not having that. I think should square it, but he doesn't. He goes for the shot and it fires into the goal. What a finish that was, and what a goal from Rooney Bargy. Just love to get to half time as it is. What did I just say? You know what? I should just not speak because they've literally just straight from the kickoff smashed one in from Delaney. Literally, what was that? Right, we need to. Just close him down. Don't let him get those shots off. And that's a white. Cute. Got that. I'm quite happy for them to just keep taking their shots from outside the box. That's fine with me. It's fine. Work it out like we normally do. Lovely. Jovic skips past the challenge. What can he do now? Mine's Rooney. Rooney thinks it in. Topic, that's a terrible effort. That's such a bad that he really should have been doing better with that. I can't believe that was the level of shot he. Rooney's going through again. He has scored again. Rooney is having Acuna for breakfast. Absolutely got him on toast. Acuna just can't handle him. And he makes no mistake with the finish there. I'm going to drop a bit of praise on just to try and keep them, give them a bit of a boost before half time, just to try and see it through. That was offside, I think. It looked very suspicious. Yes, thank you, ref. I don't want to go defensive. Part of me is tempted to try and shut up shop a little bit. Actually, you know what we will do? We'll just slow it down a bit. Slow it down just to see if we can get through till half time. And we can. 2-1 at half time is right. We reverted back to just a standard tempo. We're actually going to focus the ball down the right hand side just to try and get Bargy into the game even more, because he is tormenting Acuna, and then what we'll do is we can always literally just switch the focus. We'll probably bring Jovic off soon because he was already a bit, well, not fully sharp, fully ready for the start before kickoff. So he'll probably come off, and then what we'll do is we'll bring him on for. We'll just switch the focus over to there with fresh legs. Hopefully, Sevilla left flank. Right. Oh, well done, Bellic. Lovely interception. Come on, keep going. Yeah, he gets the ball back off to Laney. So yeah, obviously Gallardo was saying like, oh yeah, the Partizan, we'll have them. And I was like, well, you know, just put it this way, he'll know he's been in a game. What do you know? Definitely not made it easy for him. Buchanan's going to come on for Jovic. And we're going to focus the play through him. They brought on Lamella, who's already been booked, okay. And Agume? They put Sanchez back in. And they brought on Stephen Spendy? It sounds like I'm saying something out of like Austin Powers. Different Spendy. For sure. Yeah. This could be massive too. This could be a massive result if we hold on. It could still easily end up 3-2 to Sevilla at this stage. Thank you, Illich. Get hold of it. Thank you. Just to prove a point, we are not no means home and dry. By no means. See, Bargie's looking tired, but you know full well I'll take him off. And they're going, oh, you took him off when he was a hat-trick. He was like, yeah, he was knackered. I'm going to leave him on. Topic will come off soon. Anya Booley's had a great game in sort of deeper advanced playmaker role that we've used so often over the years. Right, no, not my lad. Topic needs to come off for Stepanovic, obviously. Put Bellic there for now. And then, actually, you know what, we will bring Moname in as well, because he's got the ability to play. I think we'll bring on Esposito for Johansson. Try and use this opportunity to get Esposito as much match sharpness as restricted by sort of nationality of players in the league. Medina, surprisingly, has had a poor game, and I don't quite know where that's come from, because he seemed pretty solid to me. I think we are going to have to take Bargi off because he is knackered, and Mladenovic is the obvious. We'll play him. He's got really good crossing on him. Well, relatively good crossing on him. We'll play him in that role, just as a supporting inverted winger. He can just fire some crosses into the box. And Esposito is shrugged off Manu Sanchez. Plays it back to Victor Rogan. Nick Booley. Moname. Buchanan. Moname. Nah. And now it is time to start just wheeling the bus in and getting the clamps ready for it. That bus is not going to go anywhere. This is everyone. If we pull this off, hey. Yes, well in Greg Taylor. Tell you what, he's had a good game today. He's made up for that shocker that he had against Red Star, where he basically, like I said, I know we were still very dominant after he got sent off, but you kind of help but think if we'd had that dominance with a full complement of players, would we have been at least managed to get a draw? And I think we probably would. Aim as to sitting here. Bielka sit, okay. No point in me setting instructions for Rafa Mir now. I didn't realise they brought him on. Illich sends it forwards. Okay, you know what, Esposito, I don't mind you just giving away a free kick. I really don't mind. It just slows things down. I really don't mind it that way, because by the time they go to take the free kick, it's going to be 20 seconds. You're going to have to get the ball pretty quickly. Mladenovic tracking back, and he wins the ball. This is it. This should be the last kick of the game. It's headed away by Stepanovic. Monome gives away the foul. Don't do that. Reckless. Lamella. That's over the bar, and that's got to be it. That's got to be it. Yes. 2 from 2. 2 from 2. I'll take that, Gallardo, thinking you're going to beat us. Look at that. We're sitting third after 2 games. We're a Man City. 27th, because that's who we're playing next. Okay. So they'll be playing on the Wednesday, probably. Oh, I think it was a bit of a fluke. He's so bitter. So bitter. Even though Sevilla had, like, far more chances than us, our XG was marginally better. Most of our defenders' passes, were through the left. Who's a 36 for us? Is Greg Taylor. Yeah, we scored when they had more momentum, really. No complaints at all with that. Oh, Nico Malamed. Yeah, I have been keeping an eye on him. I don't think he's really any better than what we already have. I think I'd rather just carry on with Alexic, really. Anyone here I'm interested in? David Murat, I've been tracking for a while, but I don't think he's ever going to amount to being good enough, to be honest. Dozlov, basically, we got a notification to say, oh, he's not playing in his proper position. We loaned him out to Novi Pazar. So we had a word with the manager. And he was like, yeah, that's fine, I'll sort it. Since then, he hasn't stopped scoring. He just does not stop scoring. He's got 8 goals in 10 games. He's another youth intake player. And he probably isn't going to be good enough when you look at how sort of poor his mentals are at this stage, but he might be someone who we can use sparingly on and off the bench. If, sort of a rotation option. But worst case scenario, we sell him on, really. But yeah, it's just nice to see that we're getting these players coming through who are performing well. And, it might even be that we actually end up selling him to Novi Pazar at the end of the window if they're happy enough with him. So City played and they beat Milan. Now, obviously Milan are another team we're playing. This is actually something that just occurred to me, actually. Let me just see. What? So, do they play the same teams as we do? Do they play... No, they played Real Madrid, and we don't play Real Madrid. But they play Milan, yeah, Leverkusen, Sporting, who we all play. Why wouldn't it let me just see the whole schedule? They Juve, who we play, but then they have Celtic, and then they play Sevilla. So it's not exactly the same, but they are playing a lot of the same teams as us. I just wondered if, even though it's in a league format, if actually the teams who get drawn together kind of end up just playing each other throughout, like, the point, basically, if you know what I mean. Here we've got City, we've got Juve, and then we've got Besiktas, and Leverkusen, and then Sporting, and then Milan. So, like I said, I'm going to do the TSC game now. What I'll probably do is... let me know if you want me to... I was going to say, let me know if you want me to do City or Juve, but by the time I've done this, released this episode, I'll probably already played through. I think I'm tempted to bring it back just for the Besiktas game. Or the Leverkusen game. Maybe Leverkusen. Yeah, I think I might bring it back for the Leverkusen game if that's okay with everyone. Get City, Juve and Besiktas done. Then we'll do Leverkusen and then... In fact, you know what we might do? Is we might do Leverkusen, Sporting and Milan all in one episode as like a triple header. It'll be a bit spread out because I'll have to get through basically like a month of games. A month of season without any games. But I might do that if that's okay with everyone. Basically do a triple header to round off the Champions League. And then just do these 3 games in the meantime off camera. I hope that's okay with everyone. Obviously, if I haven't done it by the time I get this episode out, then let me know if you have a preference. So for the game against TSC today, who another team enjoying a bit of a newly promoted bump. For those who don't remember, TSC are who we signed Peter Ratkov off. So they did really well in the first season. We signed them from them on loan in the January, and then permanently in the summer, and they then got relegated the second season, and then they've just come back up, and they're currently sitting 5th, so they're having a really good sort of surge. Girona wants Stojcevic. Well, they can pay me what I want for him, which is £2 million minimum. I can probably put Rogan back attacking fullback for so yeah, we're rotating a little bit, obviously, after the midweek fixture, because just a few players are a bit tired. In fact, I was going to bring Rogan, but I think I'll have to go with Mihailovic, sorry. We'll leave it at that, actually, for their roles. The change we made, we brought in Delabasic for Jovic. Jovic is technically fully fit, but a high risk of injury. So I kind of want to try and keep him, obviously, as fresh as we can. Really, I don't want to risk him getting injured. I want to see what Delabasic can do off that left-hand side. Esposito isn't happy that he's not had the run of games that I said he would have. So he's going in. I've been trying to get him in. It's just been difficult. So he's going to start, and then Lukic is going to come in with Topic swapping to that ball-winning midfielder role. There's Belic again, high risk of injury. To be fair, Topic is probably also on a high risk of injury. So they will probably rotate during the game. Moname will probably come back in at some point. And Onyek Bouli will probably come in for Alexic as well. So this is TSC's form. As you can see, 4 wins in their last 5. So, you know, it's no pushovers. It's not going to be an easy game by any stretch. But hopefully we can bounce back after our last sort of league disappointment where we slipped up against Red Star. And hopefully we can carry that momentum from that win in Sevilla through, really, and get the result here. It'll be amazing if we can. Delabasic, show me what you can do. Oh, he does quite well there, doesn't he? He's it back to Jokic. Oh, smashes it. We've got Jovic on the bench. Obviously, he will probably feature at some point in this game. It's just interesting to see what. He's only 19, Delabasic, so I've got high hopes for him, really. Bit of a hopeless ball that from Jokic. Alexic wins it. That's Chenier. Lukic, lovely disguise pass. Alexic. Get it forwards, he does. Here's Rooney. He plays it across. Oh, Delabasic just can't quite get enough of a connection on it to turn it in. But lovely football. Bargy wins it. Come on, Topic. Continues going. Carries on going. Is it back to Jokic, which I thought is the pass he was going to make ages ago, but that comes to nothing. It's gonna don't mind that. It's fine. Nice. Nice. Oh, lovely pass from Alexic. Rooney. Oh, you see it. Look at the post. Look, outside of the foot pass from Alexic. It was lovely. It's just so cute. Surely the match momentum is truly in our favour at the moment. Need to try and capitalise. Delabasic. Square it. He goes for the shot. And it's going to go up for a throw. You know what? I'd rather it have gone up for a throw. All over them. In terms of chance. They've not had a shot yet. Wow, how was that only 0-0? I'm going to go attacking and I'm just going to whack the tempo right up just to try and capitalise on this, because obviously they're struggling to cope with us. I just think we need to basically just take things up a notch. Like, having so many chances. I need to just turn the screw a bit, really. And we've got some really good ball players, particularly in the middle of the park, so hopefully they can cope with that higher tempo. Dina. Nice. Nice. Keep going, Alexis. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's a Luca Druni. Yes! Yes. What a goal. What a goal. It was just pure determination from Alexic there to keep the ball going. Just to keep hold of it. Wins it back a couple of times. Feeds it back to Lukic, who plays a lovely little pass to Rooney first time. Bottom corner. Wow. Our dominance finally pays off. See if we can get another one. Well, Delabasic hasn't done much. Lukic is in. I've expected him to get a penalty then. Alexic has stepped onto the post. Side. Side, he was just gone out. I'm gonna just revert back. I don't want to risk making a mistake because we're trying to play snow. Because they're obviously going to start bringing fresh players on. Start trying to get in behind like this. Great block, and that's another great block. That should have been a goal. Had to make some subs. So Delabasic is not having a great game. Can we just bring on Buchanan? No, we can't. We can bring on Ratkov, Esposito, and then we'll bring on Buchanan. Let's see if we can get away with not bringing on Jovic. Just try and save him a little bit. Bargie's knackered. I know he scored, but he's knackered. Leave it at that. Oh, Topic wins it. Gives it away though. Oh, lovely pass. He was offside. The shot was awful. Ratkov, man. Jeez. I don't know how he does what he does. Great save. Embellishment. Stupid. Great block. Great save. Throwing the kitchen sink at us now. Oh my word. Just over. Win it. Nice. Come on. It's okay. Oh, come on. Close. That was not easy. So after the round of games this week, we are still 2 points clear of Red Star and 3 points clear of Chudrivitsky maybe? I'm not sure. I'm trying to work out how to pronounce the name still. Obviously, if Red Star win both their games in hand, then we're going to be 4 points behind, and they've not lost a game yet. So we're hoping that changes soon. I want them getting an invincible season. Obviously, we will be playing them again. We'll be playing them away from home in March, and then obviously in the league playoff phase, we'll be playing them once then. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to play these next lot of games, and I'll see you back for what's going to be this quadruple header here. I've decided it's going to be Leverkusen, Mattis, and then Lisbon, Sporting CP, Lisbon, and then Milan. And yeah, we're gonna do that all in one. Yeah, it's going to be a big mammoth episode, but I'll have it on key highlights, so hopefully we'll get through quick. Yeah, we've got a lot to get going with. Obviously, Man City next time out is going to be tough in the Champions League. Juve haven't actually won a game yet. They've lost to Chelsea and to Sporting Lisbon. So hopefully there's something there for us away at Juve. We can maybe nick a draw. I'm expecting us to lose to Man City. Hopefully beat Besiktas, and then hopefully at this point here we'll have cemented our place in this sort of top 25. It'd be nice if we could get in the top 8. I think it'd be a bit of an ask with the teams we've still got to play. But who knows? We've done ourselves no harm at all with the 2 wins from 2. Obviously, I think last season we finished 23rd or 4th with 9 points or something. So, to already be 2/3 of the way there after 2 games is amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to get playing some games, and I will see you all very soon, everyone. Bye for now.